It's no surprise that buy-to-let has been a phenomenal success over the last decade. Buy-to-let can provide extra income, a nest egg for the future, cash lump sums, and it can supplement your pension. It can even provide a replacement income and set you free financially. And of course, there are now clear signs that the property market is recovering, as cheaper and more accessible mortgages return, and the government encourage property purchase through the Help to Buy scheme. All in all, it can make perfect sense. Perfect sense, that is, when it's done properly. In my experience gained from over 30 years in property, I believe that the secret to being successful in buy-to-let is buying the right property. Most people can buy a property, but sadly, very few people buy the right property. That's one reason why so many people get buy-to-let so wrong. But it doesn't have to be that way. Having the right knowledge can make all the difference and can help ensure a profitable and successful outcome every time. In the 10 things you must know to make real money in buy-to-let, I'll share with you must-know information to help you make the most of the buy-to-let opportunity. I've been directly involved in buy-to-let for almost 20 years, and during that time I've put together a multi-property portfolio, having started from scratch and with none of my own money. Time and again I see investors buying the house down the road because it's handy, or because it's a nice house, or the sort of house they'd like to live in themselves, or because they think any old property will do. Purchasing buy-to-let property based on criteria like these is one of the main reasons why many investors get their fingers burned and why many others don't make the returns they hope for or need. That's why, in 10 things you must know to make real money in buy-to-let, I'd like to share with you my considerable experience of buy-to-let and show you the things you need to know which will make a real difference. Amongst other things, I'll show you the investment fundamentals you need to know when you look for buy-to-let property, what you need to know when you start property investing for beginners, why you need to set your property goals and plan to achieve them, why some debt is good and how it can significantly increase your property returns, how and why you should measure your progress, the power of compounding and why you should buy with one eye on capital growth and equity and not just cash flow. That's quite controversial and not many people are teaching that. How to set yourself up for property investing success, why finding the right finance is as important as finding the right property, why you need to set your emotions to one side so you can make the best investment decisions, why you need to understand what your tenant wants before you part with your money and before you buy a property, the dangers of becoming too obsessed with below market value and what it actually means, the truth about cash flow, why you'll never get to keep as much of the rent as you think you will and what to do about it, why you need to prepare a detailed budget and know your costs inside out, why you need to rely on your own judgment and not look to others to make decisions for you, why you need to invest in yourself and enjoy continuous education, and much, much more. In the 10 things you must know to make real money in buy-to-let, I want to help you to avoid the basic but costly mistakes many investors make and help you to achieve your property success. If you're serious about being successful in buy-to-let, then for less than the price of a fancy coffee, I can help you. Plus, as an extra special bonus, when you download your copy of the 10 things you must know to make real money in buy-to-let, I'll tell you how you can receive free copies of 3 of my popular property special reports. The 5 capital value power plays of successful property investors, how to boost your property returns by using overlooked equity, and goal setting for property success. So please click on the link below to download your copy direct from Amazon now.